Hi everyone, it's Desiree. Welcome back to my channel. Thanks for joining me for another video. Today I wanted to talk about Instagram pictures, more specifically flat lay pictures of your planner spreads. I'm going to try to include some pictures that I've taken for my Instagram just so you can see some examples, but I want to go over just some tips and things that I like to do when it comes to flat lays and your planner pictures, because for me they're not my favorite thing to do, honestly. It takes me a while to get to the point where I like a picture enough that I'm going to post it on Instagram. Once I post it on Instagram, it's something that I really truly love, but it takes a lot of time for me to get to that point. So yes, they are very time consuming, and recently they've become a little bit more involved in the things that I do for it, because so many people have been just stepping up their game when it comes to taking pictures on Instagram, and I just get so inspired by everybody that I want to do similar things too. So I'm going to show you or give you some tips on pictures for flat lays. I figured this probably would be the best way to film it, just because I'm going to just kind of show you what I do, the process, and then some things that I use. Props. I have props and different things that I like to add into my pictures. So yeah, that's what I'm going to go over in this video. So hopefully it's helpful. And yeah, hopefully it'll be helpful to get some pictures taken, and for you to kind of, it is fun getting creative with all the different things. So yeah, hopefully it'll help with that. Okay, so the first thing I want to go over is the background for the photos. Usually I use a few different things. So I actually sometimes use this table. This is actually wallpaper that I found on Amazon. Yeah, people ask me a lot about this top. It is a removable wallpaper, because this desk is actually white, and honestly, when you're filming Plan With Me videos, I feel like it's better to have a contrast of a this wood pattern or something different other than white, because it's so much. Sometimes when it's too much white, it's too bright on camera. So I have this roll of wallpaper that I use to make my desk look like it's wood. So sometimes I use this in pictures because it's a pretty gray pattern and it's really nice and soft and it looks good in pictures. So I sometimes use this as my background. And then there are other times where I do want to have a white background. So I have some poster board, just some foam, no, it's foam board, I think. It's pretty large. I don't think I'll be able to get it in camera and frame. But I got this at Walmart. They came in sets of two. Yeah, two. It's a 2-pack at Walmart. Super cheap too. And it's just a foam board. And I like to take pictures on this. It's kind of dirty, I'm going to be honest. But you can really edit out all of those imperfections when you use some apps for editing. So yeah, when I want a white background, I'll use this foam board. And then a little trick that I learned from a fellow squad member, Sissy from Marzipan Plans, she told us that she actually paints her foam board. So I bought a ton of foam board and I painted them different colors. I have a pink, I have a purple. These are actually my two favorite colors that I like to use on my Instagram, because they just they look really good. I like the way they look on my feed, and they edit really nicely. And I'm able to get all these imperfections out. And I did this using just regular acrylic paint from the craft store. I have a bunch of different types of paints that I've used to paint foam board, just different colors, which was a lot of fun. The one thing though with this, if you do paint your foam board, you have to paint both sides, because it does start to warp the board if you don't. So what I did is I painted this lighter color on one side, and then on the other side, oops, I have a darker color. This one is really, I don't really use this one very much. It's kind of stained too. I need to repaint it because it looks really bad. But yeah, I have a darker color on the other side, just so I have two different options. So I've done that with all of my foam boards. I have a light version on one side, and then I have a different version on the other. Actually, this is more a corally color. This one's really pretty. It's not showing up the best on camera, but like I said, when I edit it, it looks really pretty in pictures. So yeah, I use foam board to take my pictures, and I paint them just with I found just with a sponge type brush to apply at least, I want to say 2 coats of paint. I think one bottle was good to do one side, and then I have like a little bit left so I can do touch-ups with for my boards. So yes, foam boards, painted foam boards, such a good idea. That's something I just barely learned that when I first started squad. So that was back in June. Yeah, June. That's when I started doing it, and it's definitely changed my feed and how I like to do my flat lays. But yeah, that's the base of the flat lay of usually what I decide to use for the background. Now I'm going to go over how I like to lay things out. Okay, so I'm going to use my purple foam board as an example of a flat lay. And one of my favorites that I've done has been this Princess Jasmine spread. This one was so cute. And I'm just going to show you like kind of like how I set up a little bit example of how I set up a flat lay. So I'm going to start off with like a basic thing, which is just to have your planner pages in your planner. And then I always like to include like the books that I used in this spread. I'll make sure to include those like somewhere in the picture. I used like the sticker book right here, and maybe I'll put it up here on the top just so that way it can be seen and people know like, oh, I use this. Honestly, this is what I used to do. I just used to put the sticker books on the top and then click a picture, and then that was it, and I was done. But now I've gotten a little bit more like involved in what I do when it comes to a flat lay. And so there's a little bit more steps, but you could totally do this. Just like include the sticker book in the shot. That's always a good way to not only, you know, add a little interest into the photo, but also include the picture of the sticker book you use, because people always ask what sticker book you use. So if it's like in the picture, at least they can see, oh, they used that book. So yeah, I always try to include these because these are good props. The sticker books that you use, they're fantastic props in a planner photo. Okay, so another thing is you can take them out of the page, and I like to just kind of angle them a little bit just for like a little interest, you know. And then I'll put like a sticker book over here in this corner. And then ooh, another thing that's good to add is like I like to add the washi that I used. I'll normally add that like maybe up on the top. Or another thing that I know that we all have are extra discs. And so I like to coordinate them. Like I have tons of discs, because if you're like me, you buy like all those happy notes, and I end up taking them apart and then putting them like just putting them all in one, like all the pages into one book. So then I have all these extra discs that came with the happy notes or like gift older planners. So I will stick like some of these discs around just for like color, just kind of put those around the page, around the spread. So that way when I take a picture, it looks a little cuter with some discs around. I'll maybe add like another sticker book on this side, and then snap a picture, and then you're all good. I think this looks like really cute. And honestly, it's using things that you have already in your stash. You don't have to go out and buy extra stuff. I mean, I'm to that point where I am doing that, but you don't have to do that. You don't have to go and buy like specific props for your pictures to make them look cute. Another thing that I like to do is I like to add like my pens that I like to use in my spread. Yeah, so I have like different pens. I use these pens to write in this planner, but I also use them because they're really pretty and they look good in a flat lay. So I will put like a couple of pens around the page, just whatever I have on hand that I think might look good in the photo. I will add it in here, you know, take some pictures and adjust it, You know, if something isn't looking right, I will, you know, change things up a little bit. But I'm just trying to use what I have already in my stash. You know, what I have around the house, which is another thing I will show you in a bit. But yeah, definitely using discs, your pens, your favorite pens, including those in there. You could also do scissors. I probably wouldn't use these scissors in here because they don't go with the spread. But if you have like some really cute scissors, you can add those over there. And then I always make sure to take my pictures in a square. So some of this stuff is going to get cut off once I am actually taking my picture. But even if it's like a little piece of it showing, it still looks nice in the picture. So that's usually what I tend to do. And when I take pictures, I don't use my ring light. I think 95% of the time I'm taking pictures at night. And I make sure to not use my ring light because it does cause like some really harsh lines like around the books. And for me, it's hard to edit out. Some people like to use ring lights. For me, I don't like to use them, but I do make sure to use daylight light bulbs in all my lamps. I have just little tabletop lamps and I have 2 of them. And for me, those are enough to get a decent picture for taking it like at night in my room. And then I can edit it with some apps that I use, which maybe I'll do another video talking about that because it's a little bit more, there's a lot more that goes into that. But yeah, I recommend definitely taking pictures with daylight light bulbs. Even when I take pictures during the day, I still turn my lights on because I don't have I don't have a lot of windows. Even during the day, I don't get a lot of light in here. So I still use my daylight light bulbs during the day when I'm taking pictures. So that's another little tip. Daylight light bulbs, definitely invest in those. Those are really good. But yeah, this is what I'll normally do to use my supplies in a flat lay. Another thing that I've been doing is I've been finding things around the house that kind of will go with a spread. Okay, so I love like decorations, and I just always collect like decorations for like my bookshelves. I like having like little knickknacks and stuff like that. And one of my favorite things are fake floral arrangements because I can't keep any kind of flowers or plants or anything like that alive. So I have lots of fake plants, but they're perfect to use in these flat lay pictures. So like I have this little floral arrangement right here, and they tend to be like kind of short. They're not very tall, which is good to work with these pictures because I do have some like really pretty orchids. I can't use any of those because they're just way too tall. But I like to use these, like I'll put them like in the corner so you can kind of see part of it in the picture. I think that is always like a really cute touch using florals. I just found these because I have a lot of white ones. I just found this little arrangement at Target. It was like $10. It's so cute. But see, it serves like not only a purpose of adding it into your spread, but it's also something that I use decoratively. So it's not like just for taking pictures. I can decorate with these too. So that's what I do. I collect things to add into the spreads, but then also to add around like on bookshelves and tables and different things like that. And then that way I can pull them from like wherever I have them around the house and then use them in my spreads. So yeah, definitely use what you have. There's some other cute little things that sometimes I like to add. Like I have this like a little macaron. It holds like all my rings. So sometimes I'll use this in a flat lay because it's just cute. It's a cute little thing that I can add in a corner or somewhere. What's another thing that I like to add? Oh, let me pull some other things. Okay, so other things that I've had for like ever before I even started planning are like little decorative items like this little love. I've been adding this in some of my flat lays, just like maybe on the bottom, or like I can add it on the side over here. I just think it's like really cute. And then I also have this like glass block. This one's perfect. It says be happy. This is another thing I've had for like the longest time before I started planning. And it's just something that I can add into like a flat lay again, because it's just cute. And then something else, which, okay, I'm gonna admit that this is something that I don't use but it's something that I buy because I think they're pretty. It's more decorative for me, and also good to use in flat lace, are candles. So I'm not like really a big candle person. I do more like scentsy wax melts. I prefer those. So yeah, I really don't want to light this and have it burning because my cat will probably get to it. But yeah, I like buying the candles because they're just pretty to have like on the side and take a picture. So those are things that I just pull from around the house to use in my pictures. And I'm sure like I know tons of people have all of these like really cute Bath and Body Works candles. I'm sure you got like some floral arrangements, some cute little decorations that you can somehow incorporate into your flat lace to make them just a little bit more interesting if that's what you're going for. If you want to have like more things around your planner page just for interest, those are great things to pull into a picture. Now I'm going to go over some things that I've specifically purchased for flat lays. They're not anything that I use around the house. They're not like anything that I've had in the past. They're just things that I've been investing in to use in my pictures. Okay, I actually have a couple more inexpensive, probably something you have on hand that you can use in a flat lay. Okay, so I have another little spread that I love. This Mickey and Minnie Valentine's Day one. So cute. So another thing that actually recently I've been doing and has been working out very well is using scrapbook paper just to like put underneath the pictures, just to give it a little bit, change it up a little bit. So yeah, I like to add the scrapbook paper underneath the planner pages, and then I'll layer other things like the same way that I did. I'll put like a book over here, you know, in a corner or on the top, put another book maybe over here on this side. Sorry, it's kind of like weird the way it is in frame. And then, you know, add some discs around the place just for some interest. And another thing is adding, okay, so I like to use the dividers in a planner. Like say this one's cute. It says leave a trail of magic wherever you go. It's red, goes with the theme of this Valentine's spread. And I can kind of just put this here for like a little pop of color, a little quote. I'll try to make sure I get that in the picture when I am taking a picture, but you can adjust it to make sure like, you know, you are getting it in frame. Just right now it's kind of a little bit hard to get it all in this video. But yeah, I adjust it, add those in there. I actually always save my dividers. I have like a book just of dividers for planners that I'm no longer using, but I wanted to keep the dividers just in case I want to use them in a flat lay. So yeah, I have a good collection of these in this book right here, which definitely recommend doing that. Use what you have for sure. You don't have to go out and buy anything. You can just use your dividers. You can use like if you have like little pouches, use those in little corners. I also have this little pen. I found this has been one of my favorite things at California Adventure. That's something cute you can add in there if you have like Disney stuff. Like I have like little ears, the little headband from Disney, you know, stick that in a corner. So yeah, different things that you can add. Also, even like if you have like some of these notebooks, those are always cute to add into a flat lay too, just to keep it like visually interesting. I know there's a lot to look at, but for some reason it always looks like really good. Whenever I see other people's flat lays, there's like a lot going on. But I actually like that, like just seeing all the different things in a photo. It's just really cool to see that. So yeah, definitely use what you have and have it coordinate, and you know, doing all that stuff. I do enjoy that. It's just the picture taking. Oh my god, I take like hundreds of pictures of like just this one thing. It takes forever. But yeah, those are other things that you can add that you probably have on hand. And scrapbooking paper, honestly, this stuff is super cheap. I want to go to the store. Hobby Lobby has like the best scrapbooking paper, and it's like maybe $1/4, I want to say, a piece. So yeah, lots of options when it comes to scrapbooking paper and like your dividers and different things like that that you can use in your flat lays. All right, so now I'm going to go over the things that I specifically purchased for flat lays. I don't use them for anything else other than my flat lay pictures. So yeah, definitely it's an investment, but honestly, the things that I purchased they were pretty affordable. It wasn't like I wasn't breaking the bank or anything like that. I made sure to get things on sale if I could, at least like 50% off, or if I had like a coupon. I always try to make sure, I always shop that way if I can. But yeah, some things, especially around Christmas, that's when I got a little bit more into this. But here are some of the things that I purchased. I got a bunch of picks. I actually have more. I just brought a couple of these because I already put them away. So I just pulled a few of them. But these are picks. They go into the Christmas trees to decorate your Christmas tree. But I think I saw Lila is the one from LB Novelties. She's the one that mentioned this for like pictures, and ever since then I kind of ran with that when it came to adding pics into my pictures. So yeah, this one was really cute. I got this one at Target. I think it was like $5, and then I think this one was like $3, and then I got this one at Michael's, and these were cute because they had like different colored ornaments that you could choose from, like silver, there was red. I think this was like maybe $2. They weren't very expensive, and it's something that I can use every year from now on. But these were nice to add into like the sides, to layer these on top of each other, just for like some visual interest. I loved using these. I actually need to go and find some maybe like spring type ones. I'm sure they don't have like picks, but they probably have like some type of floral type thing that I can use in my flat lays for like spring, maybe like some summer ones, because these were so cute to use in pictures. I'll make sure to include pictures too, so that way you can see what I'm talking about, like the finished layout. But yeah, these were super cute to add into pictures. Very affordable and like just easy to put off to the side and add for visual interest. So yeah, that's definitely something that I've invested in for my flat lays. And then another thing, I just got these for Valentine's Day. They actually have a bunch of these little hearts. They're kind of glittery. I got these at Hobby Lobby. I think it was like $4, but I think they were like half off. So again, not super expensive. I think I spent a couple bucks on like a whole bag of these like hearts. But yeah, these were cute to add into like a picture for Valentine's Day. I think I used them in the Valentine box, the Be Happy box that came out for Valentine's. But yeah, I'll make sure to include a picture of that so you can see that as well. It just adds like visual interest, and they're cute. And obviously it's not something that I'm going to use around the house, but definitely something that I like using in my flat lays. Okay, another thing, I love fall and winter decorations, so I have a lot of those when it comes to like my flat lays. But I found these pumpkins. They were at Hobby Lobby, and I just love the colors of them because they were different. They weren't just like orange. This one's kind of like just a prettier, lighter orange. But yeah, have these little pumpkins because those were always cute to add on a corner for a picture. And another thing for fall, I think I had some leaves. Okay, yeah, so I have a bunch of things. I bought like a bag of acorns, which now that I'm thinking about it, I probably could have found these outside, but yeah, I just bought a bag because it's just easier. But yeah, those were cute to add into pictures. And then leaves. So I bought these leaves too, just to add into flat lays. Like again, in corners, just for any like fall type flat lay. They're just so pretty. I saw a bunch of people doing this, and yeah, I just had to do it too. I was very, very inspired by a lot of people in the planner community. I found these two. These were all from Hobby Lobby. Again, not very expensive. Everything was on sale. So it wasn't like a lot that I spent, but I feel like they really added to the photos. So that's why I wanted to invest in these. So yeah, those were like my fall type decorations. Definitely gonna look out for more decorations next year because I loved playing around with that stuff. Okay, and then another thing I invested in for birthday spreads, I did this for, I think, my nephew's birthday spread, which turned out so cute, especially with these little decorations, which I'll make sure to include a picture. But I bought some little balloons. These are like 5-inch balloons, and I blew them up and added them into my pictures. And then I also found like this glitter. I got these from Party City, just these like little glittery pieces, because I love the colors. They're definitely colors that I like to use in my spreads. There's like greens and blues and purples and like a little pinkish color, and silver. So yeah, I use these in a spread, just kind of sprinkled them around and make it look like a little bit more festive for a birthday. And again, I can use these again. These not so much. I did try to like deflate them, but it's more of a hassle. But it comes with a lot, and they weren't too expensive. Actually, honestly, this is probably the most expensive thing that I've purchased. Like the total price of one item, I think it was like $6, I think. And it's something that I won't be able to really reuse again because it's just a hassle to, you know, to take it apart. So yeah, this is probably the only thing that I'm going to be disposing of. Everything else I can use all year round, or every year actually, which is really cool. Okay, so I think that was a good overview of the things that I use in my spreads or in my flat lay pictures. Honestly, I can like literally grab anything really and just kind of use it. Like I think even I've grabbed this like coffee mug and like put it off to the side and use it in a picture. Anything that has like a pretty pattern or looks pretty, you could definitely use. I think I've even used like the punch, the Happy Planner punch, different supplies that you might have that you use in your spreads. There's so many different things that you can put around your planner pages and make your flat lays a little bit more interesting that you probably have on hand already. But yeah, just play around with what you have. Definitely take my tips and put your own little spin on it. That's always like the best way to do it. I love being inspired by everybody's pictures and then kind of doing my own little twist on it. So yeah, I hope this was super helpful. If it was, please let me know down in the comments. If you want to see more videos like this, let me know, because definitely can do that as well. So if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you'd like to see more of my videos, please hit that subscribe button. And I hope to see you guys all in the next one.